After around a 25-hour trip, we've arrived in South Korea, and it is a birthday. It's a birthday present for Bianca. She's been talking about Korean food for a very long time. This is my third time in the Korean Peninsula. No real goals except food this time around. You like that?
Yeah.
So we're staying in Seoul for 12 days. Well, Gwangjang is where we're staying. That's a small city of just over 1 million people, but part of the Seoul capital area. Guess we're about a half an hour to an hour from anywhere we want to visit in the city of Seoul. Tonight, we're just walking around the neighborhood. Tonight, thinking ginseng chicken soup. It's basically a whole young chicken stuffed with rice, garlic, jujube, and ginseng. Popular throughout the Joseon dynasty since 1392. If I'm slurring my speech, it sounds to me like I am, but that also could be an effect of I just haven't slept in 25 straight hours.
삼계탕.
This is jujube.
안녕하세요.
More Korean summer food on a cold October night. Icy cold noodles and a chilled broth. And if Bianca's not careful, she can choke to death on these noodles. They're long and they're very chewy. That's why she has the scissors. You know, one thing that annoys me about Korea, I don't think I've ever seen a garbage can on the street. No place to throw garbage if you're on the street. You gotta bring your garbage home. Good morning. Here's the view from our Gwangjang flat. This is what $50 a night can get you in Gwangjang. We're not in Japan, but the toilet says we might as well be. For breakfast, leaving Gwangjang, heading to Seoul to a traditional Korean market. So that was 40 minutes of subways. Now for one of the oldest and largest traditional markets in South Korea, Gwangjang Market. I see a raw octopus meal in my future. There's something like 5,000 shops here, 20,000 employees. There was a Netflix special featuring this market, telling the stories of some of the ladies that work the stalls here. Pretty good show. You should watch it. Anyway, any of the stalls that were featured have a sign out front that say Netflix. This stand is popular. Look at the line. So she's famous for this one right here.
안녕하십니까. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
Spicy for noodles.
외국인 두 분 칼국수 반반이에요.
All right, we'll come back again when we're hungry. We're going to look at some tourist things in the area.
I want a few things. Come here.
And this is the boring non-food section of the market. But yeah, definitely coming back for lunch. Probably even dinner. So for an in-between meal break, we're going to check out a UNESCO-listed Confucian shrine built in the Joseon period, originally 1394. Guided tours only of the Confucian shrine. So English is an hour from now. We booked the Korean tour. This is a 1986 monument to the patriot Wonnam. Has to do with independence from the Japanese. We got 20 minutes to kill, so we'll walk around the block. What does this sign say? All right, Daegaksa Temple, 1911. It's a Buddhist temple. All right, 4 minutes to get back to the Confucian shrine. It's called Jongmyo, by the way, for our Korean tour. Allow me to translate. Jongmyo Shrine is the supreme shrine of the state where tablets of royal ancestors are enshrined and memorial services are performed for deceased kings and queens. And it was built by King Taejo, founder of the Joseon dynasty. Now, in 1590s, the Japanese burned it down during the 7-Year War, the Japanese War. So we're going to see a new one, completed 1601. Surprise! The main hall is under construction. You can't see anything. At the time this was completed, it was one of the longest buildings in Asia. Here's an annex to the main hall. 16 spirit chambers in this one. I don't know. I'm not hungry yet. You hungry? No. We didn't kill enough time at that shrine. Walking to Ikseondong Hanok Village. A hanok. It's a Korean house. It was built during the Joseon dynasty. Again, 1300s. This particular hanok village wasn't so popular until recently when artists moved in and opened up cafes and boutique shops and there's tea houses, lots of restaurants, some art galleries. It's windy and it's cold. Still not hungry, so we're gonna go see a UNESCO listed palace, Joseon dynasty. Cheongjeokgung. Joseon was the last dynastic empire of Korea. It lasted a bit over 500 years until it was replaced by the Korean Empire in 1897. Cheongjeokgung Palace was constructed in 1405, the 5th year of the third king's reign. Now, all of these palace buildings were destroyed by fire during the Japanese invasion of 1592, so you're looking at new money here. Yeah, all of these buildings were restored in 1610. The palace served as the main palace for 270 years, including the dynasty's last king, Sunjong. The king's main office. No, the last king lived here until 1927. There are 5 palaces of the Joseon dynasty left in Seoul. But this one is said to have been the royal family's favorite. This was the last house of the royal family. Before that, it was the house of a concubine for the 24th king. So the rumor is that the reason this palace was a favorite of the royal families is because of this. The secret garden. It had the nicest garden. Not a garden in the traditional sense that you know, like flowers. But so far it looks like a forest. The secret forest. Okay, back to the market. I am getting a little bit hungry now. Brutalist building? Looks brutalist, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get to the top. We're in that brutalist building now. We couldn't get to the roof, at least not yet, but I don't think we will be able to. Elevator said the roof is closed. All right, Beloga, so what are we eating at the market?
mung bean pancake.
Is that what they call it? Mung bean pancake?
I don't know the Korean word.
Yeah, she doesn't speak Korean yet. This is day 2. Still not a word of Korean from Beloga. So I think this is where you buy hidden cameras. Did you check our flat for hidden cameras?
I did.
You did, right? Because Korea has a real problem with that. Seriously. You know, you rent a hotel or an Airbnb and there's hidden cameras in the bathrooms and in the bedrooms. Look it up. Jujube. That's what my ginseng chicken was stuffed with last night. So this is mung bean pancake.
Yes. You have to do gently like this because it has. Oh.
Yeah, it looks milky.
Yes, it's made out of rice.
Oh, yeah. It's like a milkshake. It's like a fermented milkshake. Milky, off-white rice wine. It's unpasteurized. You can't find it back home. It's my first time. Let's look at some of what goes into making a mung bean pancake. All right, next up, soy marinated crab.
예. 8만 원. 네 마리 정도. 이분이 드실 거면 2마리만 사다 드시면 돼요.
여기 있어요. 여기 컷.
Okay. She's cutting up my crab. Oh, look at this. This is a takeaway crab here, not mine. It's a third generation shop here. So I just eat it with a spoon and
I don't know. You tell me.
봐봐요. 요거 글러브 끼고
Okay.
요거 앙 먹고
ah, okay, with my
노
hand.
글러브 스푼.
This is 25,000 won. That's like $20, $22. And there's eggs. You see the orange? That's eggs. It's worth $22 a crab. All right, the mung bean pancake and the soy marinated crab, we're gonna call that lunch. And now for dinner, which is raw sliced beef. And this is the line for the raw sliced beef. It's a 20-minute wait for the sliced raw beef, and figured we'd have some dessert while waiting.
I got donuts.
Yeah, but what's so special about these donuts?
So they're rice donuts, rice flour donuts. This is a twisted with cinnamon and sugar, and this one is with sweet potato.
Sweet potato donut.
Yeah.
Well, eat them. Rice flour, sweet potato donut. All right, first we stir. You see this here? It was sitting on a bed of sliced Asian pear. It's like well, it's like tartar, but you chew a lot more. Is your stomach happy? All right, so it's goodbye Seoul. Heading back home to Gwangjang. I don't know how it is in your city, but in my city, in Gwangjang, South Korea, we don't bring COVID-19 into our home.
You feel clean?
Let's go. We're safe.
접수함에 길 안내에 진출하여 주시기 바라며 기타 자세한 내용은 관리 사무소로.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Everyone knows what this is.
Let's record me.
Corn ice cream. Oh, look at that. They even have the, what do you call that? The stalk? Good night. Egg, sugar, hash brown on garlic toast. Breakfast. Today we're doing the Gangnam region. Gangnam Style. Budget Gangnam Style at the Go-To shopping mall. It's an underground shopping mall at the express bus terminal. All right, what'd you buy?
I got some masks and some
All right, there's
SPF.
20 masks for like 50 cents a mask. Not bad. Rice mask.
These are dogs. Oh, they're so cute. 가족들 패밀리
You're wearing it.
좋아요. 진짜
Stone pot bibimbap for lunch. So what do you think? We're in Shinsegae department store, adjacent to the Go-To underground shopping mall. And in the basement of this department store, a lot of gourmet food booths. Tofu. Oh, look at this. A melon. It's only $36. And a watermelon, $50. And of course, you have delicious apples here. They come in at $18 per apple. All right, that was about 4 hours underground. Let's see what's going on under the sun in Gangnam. Walking down Garasugil. There's a lot of ginkgo trees lining the street, and if it were autumn, well, I mean, it is supposed to be autumn, but if it were autumn, if it were actually autumn, these trees would have bright yellow leaves, because October 21st isn't late enough. There's a high concentration of wealth in Gangnam, obviously. Apartment prices here are double compared to those in the rest of Seoul. You know what I've seen here more than babies in strollers? Dogs in strollers. Every little dog I've seen is in a stroller. And every crosswalk in Seoul has an umbrella at each end for shade.
Oh yeah, look.
Monuments to K-pop. K-pop bands on this block. I don't know about you, but I'm hoping we come across a BTS monument. BTS. I love them. Sing a song. Sing some K-pop.
I don't have a good voice, but I could just sing for hours K-pop.
You know you want it.
I
Heading to the largest underground shopping mall in Asia. Still in Gangnam. Monument to the song Gangnam Style. What a perfect monument to find in Gangnam. And here it is, the largest underground mall in Asia. It's just your average bookstore in a Korean underground shopping mall. Okay, I think that's it for Gangnam. Early day tomorrow. Early start to the DMZ. CU, 7-Eleven, E-Mart, Family Mart, Storyway. It's all about convenience stores for Bianca. Every single one she's gone in. To be fair, the convenience stores in South Korea are pretty awesome. Passed by this steamed dumpling place a few days ago, I guess day before yesterday. Tonight we're gonna try it. The name translates to Mom's Handmade Dumplings. This is jjijin mandu, if I'm saying that right. A steamed Korean dumpling with meat. Good morning. 6:30 in the morning. About 0 degrees. And today I'm taking Bianca to see North Korea. Now, I've been there before. I mean, I've been to North Korea before. But I want her to see it from JSA. Joint Security Administration Area, but because of Private McDouche, Travis King, it's closed. He's the American that pretended he was a tourist, he was a soldier, and ran across the border to North Korea. So they closed the JSA to tourists. And while I'm talking, here are some pictures from my last visit to the area. Those blue buildings, the one in the middle you go into, and that's where the North Koreans and South Koreans can meet face to face. The building is right on the border. So we're gonna go still to the border, but not the famous border. And I'm hoping that we're close enough where if Bianca annoys me, I could just right over.
Which wouldn't be such a bad thing because I love North Korean food, specifically the cold noodle dish. So I wouldn't be upset to live there.
Back to Private McDouche. So this is a guy who apparently punched a Korean guy in the face multiple times at a nightclub. And then, I don't know, weeks later, damaged a police car. He had to pay like a $700 fine, but rather than pay a $700 fine, he said, put me in jail. So he was sitting in jail for like a month in South Korea. And then he was supposed to go back to America to face punishment. He escaped the airport, signed up as a tourist to go visit the JSA. And then while he was at the line, he started laughing and ran across to North Korea. So because of him, Private McDouche, tourists can't visit the JSA anymore. At least not now. So the only way to get to the DMZ, the demilitarized zone, that special zone between North and South Korea, is via a tour. There's no other way to get in there. You need to bring your passport and sign up for a tour, so that's what we did, and we're a little late, so that's why we're running. This is Seoul's City Hall. We're waiting for our tour guide.
There was, I think, sugar.
Cheese fish cake. An hour and a half van ride later, we're at some DMZ police station. But it's right at an area that is UNESCO listed for its beauty. We have a half an hour to kill. So just walking around, looking at all this beauty. And this is the Hantan River Milky Way Bridge. And just like that, back to our van. Look, proof it's supposed to be autumn.
Do you look like that? No? It's just a mountain.
Bad news. I just learned you're not allowed to dance in the DMZ. No dancing.
Photovoltaic solar panel. And then the other is a heating system. But then we can overlay.
Another landmine field beyond the chain link fence. What did you say? 3 million mines are left here still? Now on foot, you can see the signs a little better. Landmine. So we're heading into the second infiltration tunnel. They started building it in 1972, after the Korean War. After the two leaders of North Korea and South Korea shook hands and swore peace, North Korea began building this infiltration tunnel. And through the tunnels they built that have been discovered so far, they estimate they can move 30,000 North Korean troops into the south. They discovered this tunnel in 1975. North Koreans said they didn't build it. It appears to be some sort of natural cavern, 50 to 150 meters below ground. So the part with stairs was the access tunnel built by South Korea, and now flat part heading north into North Korea, built by the North Koreans.
But the war is not over. They're stressing that.
This tunnel was originally outfitted with railway tracks. An overcrowded exhibition hall at the second infiltration tunnel. Monorailing it up to the Peace Observatory.
Now on, you see, there is North Korea.
Glimpses of North Korea through the telescope here. You can't see it through the eye of the camera, but I saw it through this telescope. Propaganda Village. It's a village of empty houses mostly that North Korea built to simulate a real town, to show the South Koreans that they're doing good. They told us before the tour to make sure we come dressed sharply. No torn jeans, no sandals, because the North Koreans looking at us with their binoculars and telescopes, if they see we're dressed like homeless people, they're going to use those images for propaganda. Look how poorly the South is doing. All right, putting the phone up to the binoculars, snapping a photo. Let's see if we can get Propaganda Village.
So we went through this access tunnel.
To get to it.
From here, we walked up 500 meters. This 300 meter not open, we cannot go. And 300.
An abandoned former observatory. There used to be a train linking South Korea and North Korea. So we're not supposed to take pictures, you know, in this direction because, well, there's some guard houses there. Let's zoom in.
So we are going out of the.
Bibimbap with meat for me and vegetarian bibimbap for Bianca. Look at this. Bianca was meant to be in Seoul for her 30th birthday. There's 30 signs everywhere. So, done with the Cheorwon DMZ tour. Back in Seoul. That was the second tour of my adult life. Not a big fan of tours. Must maintain control. So we're heading to a walking street. Myeongdong walking street. It's a market that kicks in around 4 o'clock, and right now it's 5. Street food. Street food. Graceful. They even have Japanese food here.
초콜릿 하나 줄게요. 아, 초코 맞죠? 상관없어. 오케이. 오세요. Hello.
Roast lobster with cheese. An awful lot of tourists here, an awful lot of white people. A Korean was saying that for them to come here would be like a New Yorker going to Times Square. Show me your hoteok. It's like a pancake with black sugar and nuts. Is it black sugar nutty? This is like Korean sushi. I got fish roe and spicy bulgogi and I got tuna. I got spam. I got squid. It's called gimbap. Tteokbokki with cheese and condensed milk. Yeah, you can still eat dog meat in Korea. Last time I was on the peninsula, I ate dog. They're big grapes. Look at them compared to my hand. It's called Shine Muscat. A small cup of like 5 of them will cost about $4. It's called Myeongdong. Chicken feet. Oh, deboned chicken claws. I got baby crab. Baby anything always tastes best. Oh wow. Wow, really kicked it up a notch here.
Yeah.
Kimchi storage. Reminds me of Osaka. Amazing. Everything the Koreans touch is just perfection, and sometimes odd. Fresh vegetables grown in a subway station. Metro Farm. Back home in Gwangjang, at Bianca's favorite place in the world. Is that mine?
Yes.
As a sign of respect, Bianca pours my soju and beer. Yes, I'm mixing soju and beer, and I'm her elder. That's why she pours it for me. Really? It's the soju bottle cap game. You know, you twist this part here once, and then you flick it. And then the next person flicks it. Next person flicks it. The first person who flicks it off downs a shot of soju because, you know, they're a loser. Punishment. Oh, I knew you were a loser. Drink it. Just down it then. Great ending to the day. A loser and a champion walk home.